I need to watch Kelly's Heroes again after our conversation last night.
That was a good movie. I've even seen that one.
That is an amazing. We were quoting it back and forth. I was like, oh, what did I say? Oh, something about those negative waves or something.
Yeah, you said something, and
then he went right in. I'm like, finally, somebody knows this movie. And so then we just kind of started making quotes, and then we went into the general's whole spiel. Oh,
yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay, get me my uniform.
Yeah.
All right.
Shut up! I got the game on.
If he's a captain, he's a major now. All right. Are you gonna start? Or want me to start this time?
Let's switch it up.
Oh,
let's
God.
have Rich start it.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know what to do. This is 3 Foot Good. My name's Rich.
I'm Darren. I'm Tyler. And on this episode, we're getting into the games that Darren and I and Rich play. We're going to focus mainly on tabletop games.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, we'll get into the RPGs and the board games, but we're going to focus on the mini type games.
And the video games.
Yeah.
So we play a lot of games because we're big geeks, dorks, whatever you want to call us. And so I think at Adepticon somebody actually asked me about it. At least that's what Tyler's reminding me of.
You brought it up.
I don't remember. I seriously don't remember.
Well, how many games did you play? I mean,
that was a long
how
day.
many alcohol did you drink?
We're not going to get into the alcohol.
All right.
Leave the alcohol out of it.
So
it wasn't one of those weekends. It wasn't bad.
You actually got to play in the team tournament.
This time. Man, I got a reputation.
Okay. Hold.
So you guys have seen our videos on Free Blades and Legion.
Right.
So obviously you see some of those minis here on the table.
Right.
Other games that we've played. Now these aren't games that we necessarily currently play.
All the time.
But we own the minis and we have rules for them.
And we've played them some of them we played for a long time. Some of them we put a lot of time and effort into it. And every once in a while we go back to them. We get a game in or so. So I guess we'll kind of start. Both 40K, Games Workshop 40K and Warhammer Fantasy.
He started before me.
I started in Rogue Trader, so anybody that plays, because I'm old, I started with Rogue Trader 40K and went up through, I don't even remember what edition I went to Adepticon with.
I started in 2nd edition where you had the cool, insanely long armor modifiers. You had to roll multiple dice and add and subtract things too. It was awesome. I stopped, I think it was 5th edition. I don't know. I got into fantasy and loved Warhammer Fantasy, and so that kind of took over my whole gaming life was fantasy. And then that age ended because I played Age of Sigmar twice, and it wasn't for me. So those,
and we still have the minis. I
still have the rules.
Right, we still have the rules. I haven't upgraded to the new rules for 40K, and so the minis I have, probably still throw them on the board, but we haven't done the 40K stuff. Still do some Warhammer Historical. This couple of guys broke off and made Warhammer Historical. It was based on Warhammer Fantasy, so it was a really easy system to learn because basically we already knew it. And so we did quite a bit of Warhammer Historical, still pulled out once in a while. And I've got a Republic Roman army painted and ready to go. Let's see. You also know about Free Blades, right?
Yep.
You absolutely know that we've, if you've watched any videos, you know we do Free Blades and Legion.
Star Wars Legion.
Yeah, Star Wars Legion.
My first tabletop game was actually BattleTech, the big old stompy robots. That was my first mini game that I got to play, as long as you don't count Battle Masters, which if you know what that is, you're old. And yeah, that was an awesome game.
I remember.
Yeah. I love that game. I think my parents still have it in their basement somewhere.
Yeah. Let's see. Star Wars X-Wing.
Yep.
Played a bunch of X-Wing.
Played 1st edition. When it went to 2nd edition, I stopped. I have the conversion kit for it. I've just never opened it. I didn't.
I played a little bit of 2nd edition.
I would have just.
But about that same time, to be fair, about that same time, Legion
came out.
About that same time, and although X-Wing is great, Legion kind of took us away from
Yes. Yep.
that. Let's see, some of the historical stuff. Napoleonics. In fact, we're working on some Napoleonics right now.
Yep.
There's a rule set called Elan Deluxe, and we're kind of building forces. I'm working on French. You've got
Confederation of the Rhine.
Confederation of the Rhine. We've got some other guys that are playing Austrians and Russians.
Italians.
And get some Italians. So that's kind of going on. Johnny Reb, which is a Civil War historical 50mm game. Actually got to play with the designer at Gen Con one year.
Nice. I've never played it,
the
but
writer of Johnny Reb. Flames of War. We played a lot of Flames of War.
we did. I did second and third edition. I don't know if you started. We all kind of started on second, right?
No, I was
Were you in
first.
first?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
first edition. Yep.
So I got in on second edition, loved it. Shortly after I got in on second edition, they went to third edition. That kind of made me upset, except, and I will give Battlefront this, I may give them some crap for some of their games, but because I had a hardback copy of second edition, I got a free copy of the softcover third edition when they went to it.
Yeah, I've got, let's
And
see,
that was, I thought, pretty cool.
I've got a French Foreign Legion army, an American army, a German army,
I
plus
have
all the different lists.
I had a Fallschirmjäger army. I started a tank destroyer company, and then I got into the Fate of a Nation, so I have a whole bunch of Israelis as well.
Oh, right.
So,
There's
Bolt Action.
Bolt Action, yeah.
That's another historical.
Yeah.
That's World War II. I have Americans. It's not any theater. I guess I'm weird. I don't make historical forces when I play historical. I just collect the things I like. So I have a whole bunch of Marines, and then like a Wolverine. And if anybody knows the M10, the M10 never really was in the Pacific, and the Marines never used it. It was maybe used by the Army, but it was mostly used in the European theater. But I love the Mini, and I love that actual tank, so it's in my Bolt Action Force, because just because it's historical doesn't mean you have to play it historically.
There was just a tournament at our store. There was a Bolt Action tournament at our store here not too long ago.
Yeah, like 6-7 months ago.
Yeah, something like that, yep. I don't remember how I did. I didn't win.
I was top American player.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
I was the only American player, but I was still top American player. And I believe I got second place in the tournament. I didn't
Yeah.
lose. I beat 3 different British forces. There were tons of British, but I never fought the same British. I fought actual British, I fought Canadians, and then I fought Josh's,
Chindits.
yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was kind of cool, but it was just all...
You never fought me.
I did not. No, you were playing French.
I was French. Let's see.
Saga?
Yeah. So we play some Saga. Let's see. I've got some Yams Vikings so those that play. I've got some Yams Vikings. I just bought some Romans and some Crusaders. Just for that.
You're ready.
I'm ready to go. No, they're all like metal and haven't all been put together. Like a lot of stuff that I have. Let's see.
So other things that you haven't seen pictures of because they may not either be fully painted or assembled or things like that. Or some models can be dual purpose like Oathmark. Oathmark is a rank and flank game. So I've been able to use my Warhammer Fantasy. Darren has used his Warhammer Historicals because that is an actual rank and flank game that matters. Another one, Kings of War. I got into that when Fantasy died because I was still looking for a rank and flank game. Haven't played much of it. It went to, again, another edition. It didn't scratch that itch I was looking for as a rank and flank game, but it was fun. I mean, nothing against them. Let's see, what else did we do? We did Dead Zone.
Yes, we did
Another
a lot
Mantic.
of Dead Zone.
We did a lot of Dead Zone.
Yeah.
That's another Mantic made game. It's kind of a retake on Necromunda, I guess would be kind of the thing.
Yeah, close. Yeah. Kind of a skirmish
Necromunda slash
kind of a
Space
skirmish game,
Hulk slash you're on a smaller board and it's 2 little bands and there's usually a mission you're trying to accomplish and you have to try and kill the other person.
Yeah, when I was unemployed, we played the hell out of that game.
Yes, we did.
I used to kick my ass in that game all the time.
I did those exploding 8s.
Oh,
I could roll
always.
8-sided dice like none other.
I mean, he would smoke me. I mean, literally smoke me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did we do? You've done MCP.
Yes.
Marvel
Crisis Protocol. Played a couple of games. Haven't played a lot. In fact, the Captain America that he's going to show you, I did not paint, but I'm an Avengers guy.
It is a beautiful mini.
It is an amazing Eric. So the guy who painted that Okay, the way I got into this game was one of our friends who plays a lot of these games with us wanted to play that, and at one point he wanted to play it, and I said, being honoring, I said, I tell you what, you paint, because he does a great job, you paint my Captain America, I'll buy a core box. And so he did. Damn it. So I'm in. Well, I'd put some of the minis together, and I've got so many other things going on. I was like, there's no way I'm going to get these painted. And so I commissioned him to paint my other
Team. Your
The
team.
rest of my team, the rest of the 10 that I'm going to go with. So he's got that, painting that right now. So at least I have pretty stuff to get my ass kicked by, because I don't know the game very well at all. But it's really cool. Even if you don't know the game, I've got Captain America. So, I mean, what else could you... It's freaking Captain America.
Right.
So, yeah.
So a game that Rich knows, because I believe Rich was the one that kind of opened our eyes to it, is Frostgrave.
Oh yeah.
So that's a mini game. You get you're a wizard, and you get an apprentice, and then you recruit a war band, and you just pretty much fight another person. Sometimes there's other monsters on the board as well.
I'd still love to play that. There's not anybody that plays it anymore at the stores, so my minis. And it's the game where I've kept my minis for it.
Right.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got them. I still got the books. In fact, there's Stargrave, which is a sci-fi version of that.
Right.
I've got the book for that too. That
Right.
I've kind of got stuff set up.
Right. And on a side note, the same author who did those two also did Shadows of Ranger Deep, I believe is what it's called. Shadows of Ranger's Deep. It's a cooperative game that can either be played solo or with several players, and you each are a ranger with a band of people trying to stop the evil big bad. That it's interesting. Andy plays it. He was gonna show it to me at some point whenever we're at the game station.
So
Game store
is it
together.
the same kind of system?
Yeah, it's same kind of system.
Okay.
Same writer did it that did Frostgrave, Michael McCollum, and so I believe it still uses the D20, maybe D10s. I can't remember.
And
I haven't played it. So
those Frostgrave people on Facebook in those Facebook groups, they make the most insane and incredible terrain.
yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah,
are
they do.
terrain makers like crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And then something that Darren doesn't play, but I have played, is I have played War Machine and Hordes. I own 2 very small type factions, forces for it. Another one of my friends plays it. So that's kind of how I got into it. There was a decent sized scene locally, so I was like, well, if I get into this, I don't have to run the scene. Sweet! And then they came out with a new edition of the rules, and the scene died. And I was like, well, I'm not championing this because I've got too many other things.
Right.
So I have the minis. I can play it if people are interested in it. And again, if you guys want to see any of these,
Let us know.
let us know. We'll
Yeah.
play whatever.
Yeah.
We like rolling dice.
Yeah. We'll roll dice. We'll play the game.
If you have a game that has free rules that we can get,
We'll try it out.
We'll
Oh,
try it out.
absolutely. Yeah, we'll try it out. We'll review it. If you want to see a review on any of these, you want to see what the rules, if you want to have an idea how these games are played, or you want to dip your toe in, let us know in the comments. We'll throw something together and do something for you, explain. And because we don't get anything, we're not sponsored by anybody, we'll give you our honest opinion. I mean, you may not like it, but we will give our honest opinion about the system and what we think of the system is. In fact, we know a lot of people who play these games much more than us, and so we can actually bring them in, and they can do a teach with us, and we can play, and they can explain the game to us and tell us what we're doing wrong, and then we can bicker and back and forth with them and fight about what we think is wrong with the game, and they'll tell us how much they love it. And,
how wrong we are, and this is why we need to play.
Yeah. And then we'll
Song
drink,
of
and
Ice
then there'll
and
be a
Fire.
fight in the backyard again.
That being said, we do play tons of RPGs. We do play board games. We've done Aliens on the stream, or on the channel. We've done Aliens.
Yeah.
I've done Dead of Winter. I've done Fury of Dracula. Those are probably 2 of my favorite games because they're more complex. They're not just like Catan or Ticket to Ride or any of the starter board games, Pandemic. We also done RPGs ranging from D&D, Pathfinder,
You name it.
Stargate, oh my god,
Twilight 2000, Traveler, old
Masquerade,
school games, Vampire. Yeah.
I did the Warhammer.
I'm gonna watch
Fantasy.
this later. I'm gonna be so freaking depressed. All the games that I play.
Right.
It's gonna,
That's we're jack of all trades, master of none. I guess.
Right. Yeah. And then there's the computer games too. Yeah.
Oh
Question
my
about
God.
computer games. We do that crap too.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, we mostly do strategy / RPG type games, but I mean we've done probably all of them.
Yeah. So if you got a question or a comment, or if you don't like us, don't watch. But
Right.
if you got any questions or comments, just leave it in there. You got a question, we'll tell you if we do it or not.
Right. If you think we're stupid, that's fine. We'll explain why we're not.
We do too. Let's see some of the Shogun. We're playing Shogun 2 right now, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're going through Shogun 2, the Fall of the Samurai, which that came out like 7 years ago, I think. I mean, it's
like
an old game, but
let's see, Divinity 2.
Yep.
My brother's playing the hell out of that too.
Valheim.
Valheim. Oh, Valheim's a great. Valheim's a lot of fun. That's a great.
That is.
That's a great early access game.
You'll notice there's a theme on these, and that again, I love team games, and so I love cooperative games.
Right.
And there's a theme that we can play these cooperatively, all of them.
Baldur's Gate 3 early access. Wait.
Waste of my time.
Yeah. Wait until the original. Wait till the whole game comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait until the whole game comes out.
We don't need to turn this into that.
No, we don't want to do that. It's good. It's good. It's beautiful. But
It
wait
looks
until,
beautiful, but it's Divinity 3, not Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it is kind of. I mean, it's
So-
they're listening.
It's made by
to
the
people.
same studio.
Yeah, they're listening to people and they're making changes, but you want to wait till the whole thing comes out. I think for that. Don't get early access yet.
I don't play video games like you guys do, but I even installed a video game recently and have started using it.
What's it?
It's called Tailspire. It's on Steam, and it's not a video game. It's like building a 3D map of what you're playing in D&D, so you can walk through it instead of having it on a table in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got friends that are remote, like everybody did during COVID, this is like Roll20 on steroids, and steroids again.
Okay.
It's 3-dimensional maps. I'm walking through these dungeons. They've got soundscapes for the dungeons that make you feel like you're there. It's so amazing.
Really?
3D immersion like crazy. And we're doing Dungeon of the Mad Mage and having a blast.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
We're War Tales, which is a kind of an early access game, which is a lot of fun. You got a mercenary group of guys running around doing stuff. That's a lot of fun. You haven't done that one.
I haven't done that one,
No. Oh, you have kids.
Battletech. I do a lot of harebrained schemes. Battletech. The vanilla game is great. The modding community has took it and ran with it. And if you want actual like recreation of the tabletop version, there's a mod for that where you will fall down if you run through difficult terrain. They've got then mods that just add a little bit to it, and they've got mods that add tons to it. They've got mods that will span the time frame of the inner sphere, so you can fight in whatever era you want to fight in. It's I can get lost in that for hours because it's fun.
Yeah. So we do what we like. And we jump around. We're like
Yes.
like dogs.
Squirrel.
Oh yeah, all the time. We jump around. We're just lucky that we have friends that will jump with us.
Right.
Yep. And so we're more than happy to bring you with us through all this crap. What are they doing now? I know that it's been Free Blades and Legion heavy, but we've been.
We will get back to those.
We'll get back to those.
It's yes.
Yeah,
we want to keep doing Stormtide.
Yeah.
I mean,
In fact, we got asked about that at Adepticon.
Yes,
I
we
got
did.
asked about that at Adepticon. We'll probably do a Napoleonic one here,
Hopefully soon.
hopefully soon.
We'll see. I gotta get my models painted.
So do I.
And then
No.
just get them
Based.
based
I'm kind of
first.
excited to do a battle report once we get to it because I want to do a battle report in a different way than I've done them before.
Okay, all right.
To make it easier on the viewer to watch them.
Awesome.
Cool.
With that cunning or what's that called? The cutting edge
Oh,
of
cutting
battle
edge.
battle battle report technology.
Yeah. He's the guy.
Yeah. He's the wizard.
I think that's it. Is that
That's it, yeah.
Okay. There's probably other stuff that we've done that we don't like. Blood Bowl just went into my head.
Oh, yeah.
Necromunda.
Necromunda, Mordheim.
Yeah. All the campaign
Oh my
stuff.
God, yeah.
We are kind of geeks for campaigns.
Yes.
Well, we're geeks, but we're kind of geeks for campaigns. Free
Me and my-
Blades.
Me and my brother played Blood Bowl in a tent one weekend over and over and over again because it rained all weekend.
Yeah, Blood
Yeah.
Bowl is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked first edition though, where people could die.
Yep.
Well, that's the version we played.
Yeah.
Nick remembers
It was
the
that
same
long
way.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You,
Mordheim. Oh yeah.
people
You-
die.
Yeah. Died.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's it for us. Get out there and roll some dice.